Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. I'm Jasmine Grujong, founder of Life Balance Awareness, where I express my passion to improve the masses. I am a certified health and life coach as well as a Reiki master, and in today's topic we're going to be discussing the importance and how empowering it is to self-love ourselves. So why is it so important for us to love ourselves before loving anyone else properly? One reason is we can't provide the love that could intensify someone else's love and heart and life unless we are full to give it ourselves. So you can't give from an empty cup. The metaphor goes perfectly for this topic today, because in order for us to give and understand and have the compassion that we need in order to help others and help others heal and help others accept themselves, to learn to love themselves, we must first learn to love ourselves. So if you are looking forward to help others change their life, whether it's by giving advice, by just expressing the love you feel for them and appreciation, and expressing gratitude for everyone that surrounds you in your life. In order for you to do this, we have to fully be able to give this from a full heart. And the full heart would come from us loving ourselves first before anything else. Loving ourselves is the primary thing we should all learn to do. We cannot do anything without it. We may think we are, but in reality, we're not fully there to help others if we don't fully love ourselves. And if you do fully love yourselves, these are the signs that you do. So number one is knowing our boundaries with what we allow and what we don't allow, and knowing to express how we feel internally, so we're not holding on to those emotions internally and making it into something extremely bigger than what it needs to be. Knowing to communicate your feelings as soon as you feel them and not holding in them because you love yourself enough not to do something like that. Number two, knowing to love yourself, as in looking at yourself in the mirror and admiring yourself, everything about yourself, instead of criticizing yourself about the things that we don't like. It's so important to look at ourselves and look at the things that we do love about ourselves, because this is something that the majority of us don't do on a daily basis. We are quicker to criticize the things that we don't like about ourselves and completely forget the great things about us. So getting in the habit of expressing to ourselves and admiring who we are, and learning how to say I love you to yourself in the mirror, and making that a ritual to do this on a daily basis, will eventually, with repetition, will eventually lift your own vibration to be in a blissful place for yourself, by yourself, without wanting or needing any external validation. This allows you to be okay with who you are and accepting who you are. And once you break free from the restrictions and what society is more expecting of, and be okay with who you are, you eventually will become better. Because if you are okay with who you are today, I guarantee you'll only pursue to be better than you are today. Which leads me to number three. Number three is loving yourself so much that you want to push yourself to be at your higher self. So what do I mean by this? We want to love ourselves so much that when we think of who we are and what legacy we want to leave, because we want to make sure that who we are, people look at us the same way we look at ourselves. Looking deep down and understanding, what is it that I want to be remembered as? Who will I be as my higher self, or the best version of me? When you ask yourself these questions, what happens is you are programming your mind, your subconscious mind, which fights against the 5% of the conscious mind in your frontal cortex. You're pretty much resetting your subconscious mind, that it's our back end program that we've had programmed for years and decades, whether it's through family experience or our own beliefs that we have created throughout the years. When we are able to ask ourselves those questions, once again, who do I want to be remembered as my legacy? Who would I be as my higher self? And who would I be in my best version of myself? Once those questions are being asked on a constant basis, what happens is we start looking for those answers in our own mind. Our own mind that knows us the best, because it knows who we are, what we like, what we don't like, and not asking anyone else externally. We are asking ourselves internally, what would that be for us? And once we discover who would we be at our higher self, who will we become at our best version, and what we want to be remembered as, these three questions trigger this unleashing of potential for yourself and for everyone around you. Because the better you become, the better you are able to influence those around you, the better you are at releasing and amplifying the love that's within you out to your surroundings and to the people that are either admiring you or influenced by you or just inspired by you. Sometimes simple words like the words I'm doing here today can influence the life of someone in a way that we won't even know. It would take time and maybe years to know, but there's sometimes that just being the best version of who we are and loving ourselves at our full potential with the boundaries and pursuing who we can potentially be at our higher self, at our better self, pushes us to be at our most extraordinary version. It pushes us to be greatness. And at the end of the day, what else do you want more in this lifetime than to be great at everything you do, at being yourself? We are all individually our own authentic self. Why not pursue to amplify that person who we are? Why pursue to copy one another and be so uniform in everything we do and say? Why not stand out in our own authentic way and influence and give the courage to someone else to do the same? This is why there's so much diversity in the way we look, and the countries and the cultures and the traditions and the religions. It was not to go against each other. It was to express what's great about each one of us in our own unique way, in our own authentic way, and love each other in such a high intensity that we influence those to accept who we are if we learn to accept ourselves. And guys, it's as simple as the power of self-love will amplify in such a way, in a high degree, that you will change the world by just being you. And there's nothing more rewarding than knowing that you simply being you and loving who you are and understanding and having compassion for yourself allows you to authentically express and be and become even greater of the version that you are. So these are the little tips I'm going to give you guys. I hope you enjoy my tip. I was on my way out and I felt very inspired and to speak my mind right now. I felt very blissful. I feel my frequency, my energy very high. So I'm going to get in a habit of, when I do feel this way, to express myself in this way. So I'm maybe influencing someone, or maybe this message needs to be heard by someone and they might come across it just like that. And maybe that's all they needed to hear, to have that seed planted in their mind that them being themselves and loving themselves and being authentically themselves and enhancing themselves and becoming the best version of themselves, they can change their world so that they can learn to change the world. We could only help others after we help ourselves be our best self. So I'll leave you guys with that. I hope you guys like it. I'll be doing more of these videos. And if you have any questions, if there's any topic that you do want to talk about, just leave comments below. Wherever you may see this video, just put the comments and I'll get to it. And maybe it will be my next topic on my video. Bye guys. Blessings to all. Stay in high frequency. Bye-bye.